Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. So the full-time whistle has just gone. Fulham 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Spurs have the 3 points in the Premier League. I've got Bobby with me from Bob Spur TV. Bobby, how did you see the game tonight?
Yeah, good. I think we started off a bit slow, didn't we? But I think the last 35 minutes in the first half, we showed what we were about attacking wise. You know, we looked good going forward. We showed a bit of intent. We were on the front foot. The front four played well together. They didn't put a foot wrong. Second half, mate. Oh, what a change! What a change that was. All credit to Fulham. But you know, they made a few changes. I think Scott Parker, we've bigged him up over the last few months, and I think he pinpointed our weak points. And my word, he went for it. Well, my word, he picked it out, and yeah, we were hanging on, weren't we?
We played Fulham at home back in December, and we drew 1-1, and it felt like to me a very similar game tonight.
Yeah.
You know, I'm absolutely delighted as a Tottenham Hotspur fan to get the 3 points, but that second half it wasn't the greatest. But at the moment, Bobby, as Tottenham fans, and of course Jose Mourinho, it's all about picking up the points. So you know, a great 3 points for Spurs. But why do you think Tottenham have this problem in not putting games to bed? Because in that first half, you know, as you say, it was great football from Spurs. We looked very attacking. We looked very threatening going forward. But it was all about putting the game to bed, and we just didn't do that.
We didn't. But I do think you have to give credit to Scott Parker. You know, if you've got something about you as a manager, and you are trailing, and you go in at half-time trailing, you sit back and you pinpoint a weak point in the opposition's team. Doherty, quite clearly, they were going for Doherty in that second half. The way Robinson was attacking, by the way, Robinson, what a left back. The way he was attacking our right-hand side, the way Anderson kept on finding him with balls down our right. It was quite easy. He could quite clearly employ to attack our right-hand side and attack Doherty. And if anything, it just proves to us what we will think. Doherty's an average player, and when you compare his performance to how Aurier played against Burnley, I know home and away we've got all that aspect, of course we have, but it just shows a difference in class really between Aurier and Doherty. So I think all credit has to go. Majority of the credit has to go to Fulham, but then again you have to question our mentality. Why couldn't we be first to the ball? Couldn't we be first to the ball? The amount of times Bale and Ali cut off passes in that first half, which I failed to do in the second half. So obviously questions have to be asked about that. My question, you know me, I'll always go to the manager. It's the manager's the last words that the players hear before they go out to the first half or second half is the manager's words. So but I think we're probably doing a bit of injustice if we didn't give Fulham a lot of credit for that second half. But yeah, and Davis, I could understand why he played today. I mean, Aurier, obviously, he couldn't play because of the previous injury and everything else. Davis, I could understand because the amount of speed merchants Fulham have got down there, right, in Cavallero and Lamina. You know, we needed that extra body, and if we played Reguilon, he would have been, possibly would have been outnumbered down our left. But yeah, it's quite evident that the weak point for them to attack in the second half was down our right hand side and Doherty, and yeah, like I say, just kind of proves what we've always thought, we've recently thought. Doherty just isn't the right back we really need at the moment.
Bobby, let's talk about the first half and Tottenham's goal and the only goal of the game. Of course, it was credited as an own goal in the end, but Dele Alli bursting forward, played it out to Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son put the ball in. Dele Alli got a nice flick, and then it come off the defender to go in for the goal. But it's great to see Dele Alli back smiling, and the handshakes are back with Heung-min Son as well.
Yeah, and we saw a smiling Sonny as well, and I think he enjoyed playing because they linked up pretty well. But they always have. If you look back at the games, Ali and Sonny have always linked up well. Yeah, it was great, and I think you know, first start since the first day of the season, For him, it must be a bit of justification of his recent performances and probably what he's been showing in training to Jose as well. But it's great to see the front four, and it was good to see the front four, because how many times have we said, oh, we had this process of playing the front three, Bell, Sonny, and Harry early on in the season. When we had the front three, it just didn't work. So it's finally good to see a front four that we've been crying out for actually working. You know, they all played well. Sonny, he looked a bit lethargic and a bit jaded against Burnley, but he played well. Harry is probably a worry. He didn't look 100%. He dived a couple of times as well. Let's be honest, he did dive. But Bale looks like he's coming on as well. Not as good as Burnley, but we are playing away from home. But what I noticed about Bale, his stamina's back. You know, he was going up and down that flank, and he was chipping in the midfield as well, giving the likes of Pierre and Tanguy a bit of help in midfield. So yeah, all round, you know, the last 35, 40 minutes of the first half was absolutely brilliant, and I was actually sitting back thinking, you know what, that's probably, attacking wise, it's probably one of the best performances we've had this season. You know, in that first half. But second half, like we know, it totally changed. But like Chris says on the comments, all credit to Fulham. You know, we have to put our hands up sometimes and say, you know what, yeah, they nearly did a number on us with regards to the result and scoreline, but they certainly did a number on us with regards to the tactical side. So, but all credit to Parker, I suppose, it kind of justifies what we've been saying about him. There's a good manager in there somewhere.
Bobby, regardless of that second half performance, you know, a lot of people call it a dull performance and, you know, a dreadful performance, or whatever word you want to use. You know, in this last week or so, beating Wolfsburg at home 4-0, then beating Burnley 4-0, and now again another clean sheet tonight 1-0. It's all about grinding results out at the moment and pushing up that league table. And, you know, we're now finding ourselves 4 points away from that top four place. And a couple of weeks ago, it looked very, very bleak that Tottenham would even have a chance of top four. And now we're starting to believe again.
Yeah, and it's all achievable as well. Like I say, you know, these games I've said to you from a few weeks ago, Chris, that, you know, against Burnley and Fulham and Palace, with all due respect, we should be picking up 9 points there. 6 out of 9 so far isn't bad, and I've got full confidence that we'll pick something up against Palace as well. Then it's the games afterwards. Then we start playing the teams around us, don't we? So that's where we're getting down to nitty gritty, and then I'll quite happily pick up a scrappy 1-0 win, left, right, and centre. So, but we say that we're quite happy with today's result. Over the moon with today's result, if I'm honest with you. I've never sat up and joyfully you know, celebrated a 1-0 win for God knows how long, but because we really played, and all credit to central defence as well. I think Sanchez had another good game. You know, some passes went, but that's Sanchez through and through. But with Toby alongside you, there was a thing in the 16th minute, I think 15th or 16th minute, when Sanchez came out and he stayed on Loftus-Cheek's heel, just pushing him out, and Loftus-Cheek had to play the ball back because of the pressing from Sanchez. And I noticed Toby shouting at Sanchez straight away, saying, "Get back here, get back." Dyer hasn't got that in him. So the fact that Toby's managed to coach, is managing to coach Sanchez out there, is probably bringing the best out of Sanchez as well. But attacking wise, like we keep on saying, Chris, absolutely fantastic first half, mate.
Bobby, who was your man of the match today?
It's a close one. The midfield did absolutely fantastic. I can't pick out an individual. Bale was good. Ali was great. I think for me, Sonny. You know, after a lethargic performance against, a jaded performance against Burnley, he never stopped running. He really helped out in midfield, in defence as well. You could see Davis needed a bit of help towards the end. So yeah, for me, Sonny, the attacking intent in the first half and the defensive knowledge that he had in the second half, for me, Sonny just shaded it. What about yourself?
I thought Hugo Lloris kept us in the game, and I'd probably give man of the match to Hugo Lloris. I think that that our goalkeeper and our leader and our captain has saved us on so many occasions, and I think that tonight is one of those occasions again. Bobby, a question here from Roy Price. I'm getting more confident game by game that we will have a great end to the season. The trophies are coming, and why not top four? Why not top four? Exactly, Roy. And Roy always using my phrase now, the trophies are coming, and let's hope they are, because, you know, we could get to the final of the Europa League. You never know. And then on the 25th of April, we're in that League Cup final, which there's a lot to look forward to. And, you know, let's hope that Tottenham can have that push for that top four place. Bobby, thank you very much, as always, for coming on the channel. You're always very welcome, and good luck with your channel. And I'll put all your details in the comments section below so people can hopefully subscribe to your channel. Thank you very much, and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Cheers, Chris.